How's it going, guys? Thank you for joining us again. Today is episode 4 of the Pound for Pound Combat Sports Podcast, and I'm joined by my co-host Brandon. How you doing, brother?
Good, good, good. How about you?
Chilling, I'm chilling. So we should get to it, and I think the first thing on our list is going over the UFC Fight Night. Derick Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. You said you watched most of this card?
Yeah, I think I seen about half of them. I think the
I'll be
first fight I
complete.
watched was Ricci.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch none of these fights, but yeah, if you just want to run through them real quick.
Yeah, let's just do that. Um, so the first fight I watched was Tabitha Ricci. She fought Tisha Pennington. It's crazy because it looked like Tisha was winning most of the striking, but Ricci just kept wrestling her, and Tisha couldn't keep her off her. So I mean, honestly, you could have scored the fight for either person, but I took Tabitha Ricci and she won by split decision, so I think that's fair. But it looked like Tisha was. I guess the total strikes is pretty even, 94 to 92. Oh, significant strikes is totally different though, 80 to 54. But yeah, that was a pretty good fight. Do you know either of these fighters?
Dude, I have no idea who these fighters are.
Let's see. I'll go through it quick. You might know some of the fighters, the main card. We had McKinney versus Esteban. I think I seen this guy knocked out Terrence in like 10 seconds. Something crazy, or I guess it was the first round. I guess maybe it wasn't as quick as I thought, but I didn't see the fight, but it was bad, dude.
I
he,
know
oh
Terrence
my
McKinney.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the highlights. Do you know Chase Hooper? I mean, he's not that good, but dude, I thought this Russian dude was gonna piece him up on the feet, and I guess Chase Hooper just totally dominated the entire fight, and then and then he finished him. It was crazy.
Oh, looks like that. What's that? 145 pounder. He's like the cowboy, like the southern dude. Kind of looks like him.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. But yeah, this Russian dude's apparently a really good kickboxer, and Chase Hooper destroyed him somehow. But yeah, I can't find the highlights, so we'll just keep going. This Cuban guy, Robelis, I think he's like an Olympic Taekwondo guy, and all of his fights were like first minute of the first round, like all five of his wins, and then he just got
Oh damn.
destroyed, dude. He
He
got
lost.
yeah, I didn't see this fight, but he was the huge favorite, and I'm pretty sure he just got worked. Like,
I've seen the highlights for that Cuban dude.
yeah, he's insane. I guess he's just hit or miss. Like, if he doesn't knock you out, then probably can't do anything on the ground.
And what's his record?
He's 5-1.
Oh, so this is his first loss. But he doesn't have a lot of fights. He barely has 6 fights.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how he's already in the UFC.
He looks like a wrestler, kind of like Yoel Romero a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he
He's a
does.
taekwondo guy. That's
Yeah, I'm pretty
crazy.
sure he won like a gold medal,
Damn, that's hard too
something
for
like
for
that.
taekwondo.
I gotta double check that because
Yeah,
I
because
don't want
like
to.
judo, boxing, taekwondo, those are like hard. Like the competition pool is really deep for those in the Olympics. That's pretty
Facts.
impressive. He got a taekwondo gold medal.
So apparently he got a bronze. I guess I misspoke, but that's
Oh,
still pretty
that's still pretty
crazy.
decent.
But yeah, when he's on feet and he's feeling himself, he's really good. But this next fight we had Caceres versus Woodson, and dude, this fight was confusing because I missed the first round and I watched part of the second round, and they were saying Caceres was winning the second round. So I was like, all right, it's 1-1 because I think they said Sean definitely won the first round. So I had it 1-1 going into the last round, and then I had Caceres winning that round by a huge margin. Like,
Yeah.
it just looked like he was advancing the entire time, landing way more effective strikes. Woodson was kind of just like throwing at him, but not really landing anything good. But everyone gave Woodson the third round. I was so surprised. I thought Alex should have won that fight.
I'm gonna have to go and watch that one.
It was a pretty good fight. But I was watching the live money line, and In the third round, I think Caceres was the favorite, so I think people thought he won the fight.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. If the bets are on the side of that guy, then that
Yeah.
definitely means he was winning.
We had Diego Ferreira versus Matuis. I don't know how to say his last name. It's like Rombetsky or something like that. But dude, he was the biggest favorite on the card, -500. And this Diego guy, he's kind of a vet. I'm pretty sure. He just had a tough last few fights that he lost, but he's fought like everybody. You see his record:
Yeah,
Poirier,
yeah.
Dariush,
Damn, some decent names
Jared
on the resume.
Gordon. Yeah, he's fought Gamrot. I mean, he lost, but so everyone was counting him out, and then dude, he just oh my god, it was probably the worst punishment anyone took that whole card. I gotta see if I can find his face.
You think it was like pretty much it was on the feet, or you think it was some ground and pound? What was
Um,
the
it was striking, a lot of striking on the feet, but then the Matus guy, the red shorts, he was trying to wrestle Fajera, but it didn't work out as he planned, and then on the feet he just got because Fajera is good on the ground, so he was able to like reverse stuff and get back up. And it looked like Matus, that was his whole game plan, was to just hold him down after he was getting pieced on the feet. I mean, Matus wasn't
yeah.
scared to fight on the feet, but it was bad. You see his face here?
Oh yeah, yeah, I see is that. Oh damn.
Yeah, dude,
He
it was
got fucked
bad.
up.
I think after the first or second, his one eye was shut, and then after the next round, it was just both eyes. It was fucked. But yeah, we'll go to the next
Dude,
fight.
homie got so his hairline faded a little that ass whooping.
Oh my god! All right, we'll move on to the next fight. We'll leave Matus alone. We had Oldberg versus Menefield. Um, Menefield's just like a really powerful striker, and then same exact thing with Carlos Oldberg. Like they're pretty much just strikers. And dude, this one actually ended in 12 seconds. So that was I think the fastest knockout of the night. The other one was like 30 seconds. The McKinney one, 37.
Damn. Yeah, those dudes look like fucking tanks.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. He came out and then this guy came out swinging and then Carlos just dodged or he got hit a couple times, but he just kept moving off to the side and then he just landed some nasty like left hook or something. And it was over.
Damn.
Minifield went out pretty much. This fight was probably my favorite fight because you know Joaquin Buckley, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty familiar with him.
Dude, he's been on like a nice win streak, calling everyone out. He was calling to be the main event of this whole card, and I think if he would have been the main event, it would have been. Actually, no. Derek Lewis. The main event was good, so I can't say, but it was a 3 round fight, and dude, this Russian guy, or I guess he's Uzbekistanian. This guy's like scary good on the feet, like really good striking. He's got power, and he's like 6'5". So Buckley could not get inside on him. Like every time Buckley tried to go in, this Russian dude was just catching him. So Buckley just went full wrestling mode, and this Russian dude couldn't do anything to get out. It was so funny. Buckley was just holding him
I sh-
down, just smashing him.
yeah, no, I actually did watch a little bit of this one in the main event. Actually,
Yeah, did you see Buckley wrestling him? Dude, it was bad.
yeah,
4 takedowns. Damn, 4 for 4.
he caught him with some good shots though, like in
Yeah,
the exchanges.
yeah, he did. He
I'm pretty
did.
sure he
Yeah,
hurt him.
yeah. Once I think after the first or second round, once Buckley got him kind of tired, he was starting to go in. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, Joaquin, he's pretty athletic, pretty gifted, so he's able to use his footwork speed to get in after
I
yeah, like you were saying.
I think he's my favorite welterweight fighter because normally his striking looks way better than it did. Like it didn't look terrible in that fight, but normally he's getting inside like Mike Tyson, landing bombs like pretty easily.
Dude, I think if he had like a good ass coach, he could be a champion low key.
Yeah, facts. I think he's gonna be probably top 5 here in the next fight. For the main event, we had Derick Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. I didn't know what to think. So every time I think of Derick Lewis, I always have no idea what's gonna happen because all of his fights are so different. Like sometimes he'll come in, knock you out in the first round. Sometimes he'll just come in and do nothing and then just get pieced up. Like you know what I mean? You just never know what to
Yeah,
expect. And this fight it was the same story, dude. He goes out, and you know Derek Lewis is a striker, right?
yeah.
He just goes out and he goes for a takedown in the first round, and he landed it. It was so funny. And then he just started like wrestling and like clinching a lot. And usually he's not trying to wrestle or anything, but he was doing that well too. It was working, and I had him winning most of the rounds. And then out of nowhere, dude, he just beat the brakes off of him. Did you saw this fight, right?
Yeah, dude, I saw Derek Lewis throwing a fucking scissors kick, bro. Like he's fucking big as fuck.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy. Did you
Yeah,
see
the
that?
other guy,
Oh,
Rodrigo, he was just trying to lock up, like, and kind of like punch in the clinch. And it was a sequence where Derek broke loose, and they kind of went towards the middle, and then there was like a little separation and distance, and he just clapped him with like two shots, though.
yeah, dude, that H bomb, freaky power. He's so good. He's so good at finishing people, dude. This is
Who do
why
you think
he'll
has more
always be
power?
around.
No, I agree. Who do you think has more power, Derek Lewis or Francis?
That's tough. I think I think it's pretty even in raw power. I
Yeah,
think it's
dude,
pretty
it'd be
close.
you should do one of those fucking slap contests, like what is it called? Power slap or some shit like that? Yeah, they should do that shit.
I dude, it wouldn't be fair because the first person to go is automatically gonna knock them out.
Yeah.
That would be so
That
bad, dude.
have to like rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first or some shit.
Yeah, they'll have to do best of 5 over 5 weeks. They have to do 1 week in between
Okay.
to rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a good main event. Low key, that card it was pretty good for what it was, because the pay per views are so stacked. The fight nights kind
Yeah.
of, but I don't know. This one was pretty good. And then do you want to talk about the Loma fight next?
Maybe we should go over that Inoue Neri because I know our last podcast we previewed Inoue versus Neri, but then it happened the day after. We'll go over that Inoue Neri results. We were saying how we had Inoue by knockout, and pretty much that's exactly what happened. But Luis Neri was able to knock Inoue down like in the first round. What did you think of that knockdown?
Dude, I remember last week I was saying like Mary's kind of got some style. I was like, I kind of like it. I think he's gonna have like some success. And dude, yeah, it was a nice knockdown. He had like a little, he kind of had, he was like kind of shelled up and then hit him with like a left hook across the chin or something like that. It was clean. I like the setup he had too.
Yeah, so I think in a way he's like throwing a jab and he was getting ready to counter over the top and like while he was pivoting out to an angle and Neri just like was punching with him and he just threw like a faster, shorter shot because Inoue's movement was like, it was a bigger movement altogether and it kind of spun him around. And I thought it was a flash knockdown at first, but he did take like the full count, so maybe he was hurt. And then after he got up, he was like retreating a little bit until the end of the round.
Yeah, I think he got hurt for sure. But it looked like he was completely there. And it's smart of him to take that like the full count, but I think he definitely like lost the conscience for a second there. You know what I mean? Like it took him a few seconds to regain it, and then when he recovered, he was fully there.
Yeah, like he got rattled, like his equilibrium got rattled a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. But then after that, like the knockdown didn't happen. Total domination and
Oh my
busted his
god.
ass
Yeah.
bad, bro. You
Yeah.
remember the
I
sequence?
Shoot. Kinda, yeah.
I think it was against the ropes, and there he kind of went through the ropes a little bit.
Yeah, dude. He. I knew Neri wasn't going to be able to go 12 perfect rounds. He would have had to have been like in the best shape of his life
Yeah,
to just
yeah,
run out, like to be able to move and run away.
yeah. Plus, he's not like a pure boxer. He does have some decent footwork, but like you said, he kind of likes to sit in the pocket a little bit and throw back. Yeah, he looks a little hurt, but now he looks fully conscious. But you see right there, he was gonna try to go over the top,
Yeah,
and then he got spun around.
yeah.
Look like Spider Man right there.
Oh, oh.
That was a oh yeah, bro. That check hook is crazy. Look at that shit.
It's
It's just
so
like
clean. It's so perfect, dude.
I was gonna say that's like up to par with Ryan's hook.
Yeah, that's just so precise. It was almost like he's throwing an overhand. You know what I mean? Like he turns it over.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, it's a left hook, but he so much like torque and power. It's like an overhand punch.
I like remember when Golovkin used to like throw it from like a downward angle on the
Oh my
top of the head
god,
of people. That
dude,
shit was crazy, bro.
that's dirty, dude. That's six. Like that's how do you think of that punch? You know what I mean? That's just crazy.
It's because like people would shell up, right? And
Yeah.
like they would cover like their whole face and their ears, so he'd have to fucking go above that shit down like a
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
nuke.
Oh my god, that would be so uncomfortable to get hit like that. You just don't know what to do.
Yeah, dude, Inoue just has like such good timing, bro. And he's such a good finisher. Look at that shit, bro.
Oh my
Just
god, just
pot
raw
shotting
power.
him.
Yeah.
And his feet are so good too. Usually when
Yeah.
people are so fast on their feet, oh yeah, this is a good one right there. Just fucking two hooks. Get it.
Oh my god.
Bam.
See how he turns that shit over?
Yeah.
Bang. He just puts that through.
Yeah, usually when people are this fast on their feet, they kind of give away some power, but in a way he just has like superior mechanics.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his muscles are just different. He just got all fast twitch muscles. Like the way
Yeah.
he can just punch from any angle, then it can hurt you like that. That's just
All right,
you
this is
can't
his
beat it.
finishing sequence right here. Okay. Ooh, yeah, it was some uppercuts, dude. And
He's just
Harry
in
looked like he
perfect
fucking
balance.
died. Yeah.
The way he can punch like that and keep perfect balance is insane.
It kind of reminds me of like Manny Pacquiao a little bit. Like his legs are as thick as Manny Pacquiao, but like in a way he can box a little more going back. Pacquiao was so good, like in and out, but like he was mainly pressuring because he was fighting like some big dudes too. But
True.
in a way,
That is a good comparison.
look at that, just two uppercuts in a row, bro.
He's just nasty, dude.
Some
I
Roy
don't
Jones
see,
shit right there.
dude. If he keeps going up, like I think he's just gonna keep winning until he runs into someone that's just way oversized compared to him.
What do you think of those people saying that they would like to see an Inoue versus Tank Davis fight? A dream fight.
I think if Tank wants to do it, if he could get down to like 130, that would make sense. What's anyway like
Yeah,
120 something?
he's super. He's light featherweight right now. I'm pretty sure.
Like
So he's just still
featherweight.
in the 20s. Yeah, I think the next weight class that he's gonna go up to is 126. So he's 122 right now. That's Dude, yeah, that's a big difference. That's
Yeah,
three weight three weight classes away from Tank.
yeah, because it. I feel like he's got to go to 130 at least. Because if it's 135, he's gonna be like I don't know, 15 pounds heavier than him on fight night.
He might go all the way up, but it's gonna take him some years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no point in him rushing that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fight, but that'd be a if Inoue that'd be a good stylistic matchup.
Yeah, I mean they're similar height. They got similar power, similar skills. I think that would probably
Yes.
be a super fight.
Yeah, we should do the Loma Kambosas fight next.
Yeah, I didn't catch this fight, but I did see some highlights. What are your thoughts on Kambosas first?
Honestly, bro, it's fucking whack. No disrespect to Kambosas, but like, goddamn, talk about a one-dimensional fighter. Literally, too. Like, he only fights in one plane, just fucking super bladed, forwards and backwards.
Yeah, I think if he can't hurt you, he's kind of busted up. Like he's not the best boxer. He
I
does
mean,
have
props
power
to
and
him for,
speed, but if he can't hurt
yeah,
you,
he does
then
have a little. I don't know how he beat Tio, bro. Like, fucking gods of boxing were on his side that night.
yeah, I think even though Cambosis hurt him, I think I still had Teo winning, but I can't remember. I think it was really close. It's because Cambosis, I think, caught him off guard in that first round, and Teo was like, he just was like, took too long to recover from that. I feel like just mentally.
Yeah, and then we are just talking about like right before we started this how Tio's diaphragm lining was detached from his lungs, from his trunk area.
Oh
So,
yeah,
you know, so that could have definitely played a factor too. But
yeah, he couldn't recover like
what
as
were your
quickly.
thoughts on the yeah, yeah, for sure. What were your thoughts on the Cambosas and Devin Haney fights?
Oh man, I thought Haney just completely outboxed him. I don't even think those fights were close. That fight was close, but
It was actually two of them.
oh, there was.
They were so fucking boring that people forget there's two fights, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, they were not good.
Devin was just fucking jabbing him and holding him and jabbing him and holding him, and those fights fucking suck, bro. I don't know why they did two of them. Like Haney obviously smoked him. There's no reason to fucking do a rematch
For real, for real. Like I can't even remember the second fight. I just remember the first one. He was
because
just
it's the same
yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's the same shit. So I mean, I guess we know. Actually, no, I don't even want to say Haney's not as good as we thought, but I guess he's not as good as he made it seem he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, he got it easy with that undisputed.
Yeah,
Which
I don't
I
think.
think
I mean, I thought Lomo beat Haney. Did you think? Did you see that
uh,
fight?
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think Loma beat him, and like they tried giving Haney so much credit for the body. They always talk about the body work he did, like the twos to the solar plex, but like it didn't hurt Loma. The body only really counts when it hurts somebody. You know, it's an accumulative punch. But if it never accumulates to anything in the fight, I mean, I know that like boxing is very much so like the jab counts as a point. But I don't know. Do you think all punches should be scored equally?
Nah, I don't think so at all. I think if you land a jab and it like pops their head back or like stops them, like clearly makes connection, I think that should count as a good effective strike. But other than that, if it's just a light jab that's like barely landing, I think you need to land a lot of those to compare the round to like a one good clean shot.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like he has some sharp jabs and everything, but they're not like fight ending punches. Like it's not the amateurs anymore, you know? Like that's why it's called professional boxing cuz it's about like going 12 rounds and stopping opponents. And I
Yeah,
thought Loma if Loma was a good finisher for that fight, I felt like he would have finished Haney too. Like we were just talking about how I personally feel it took him a little too long to stop Kambosas. He stopped him in the 11th round. Like I was seeing already by the fourth round that Kambosas was good to go. But, but yeah, Loma definitely, in my personal opinion, he landed the more devastating blows against Haney too.
yeah, he was landing really good shots against Haney. Haney did do pretty good in that fight, but I think I think Lomo got robbed.
Even, yeah, even from a technical perspective, like what's easier, throwing a jab or landing like a three punch combination? right?
Right.
Though landing a jab as a taller, faster fighter is easier than landing a combination on someone that's taller and faster than you. And Lomo was
Yeah.
able to do that shit. So I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, I think there needs to be some changes in the way judges judge boxing. This is a dude, judges in general, like boxing judges suck.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's kind of corrupt still.
Yeah,
Like some scorecards don't make a lot of sense, but I don't know. You just never know, I guess. It's hard to say.
yeah. It's hard. It's
I
hard
mean,
to, yeah,
Even in MMA, I just sometimes I think the scoring is not is kind of suspect. Like how could you get it so wrong?
right. But MMA has a little more like leeway because there's wrestling involved and there's like submission attempts involved, and that's kind of, it's not as intuitive as like punches landed, and
Yeah, that's
because
facts.
good punches landed, you can see the results on the face. People that land good punches most of the time, like you'll see like a black eye or whatever, some marks on the face. And some fighters do mark up easier than other fighters, but like you can still see like when a fighter's getting hurt, not responding.
Yeah, that's true.
But Loma stopped Kambosas with a body shot, which Loma tends to finish whenever he does finish his opponents in the higher weight classes, like in the 135 division, usually with a body shot.
Yeah, that was nasty. It's like a straight left, just right to the liver.
Yeah,
Did the
yeah.
body to the
And
did
then
the
right there is
damage
just the
to the eye isn't enough.
finishing sequence, just like repeated body shots, like two.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
they threw in the towel too for good measures.
Oh shit.
So, what do you want for Loma next? Is he's 36 or 37, I believe, so he's really up there in age. But I mean, he still has some pretty decent skills. Like he wanted a belt right now, and according to him, he still wants to pursue his goal of becoming undisputed in the 135-pound division, the lightweight division.
I think he could do it, but it's gonna take a lot of things to happen. Like so many people have a belt, so I think it's gonna take him probably 2 or 3 fights to get the undisputed.
You think at his age he can contend for that?
Yeah, I think if he takes the Shakur fight, and if he wins that, I think he'll probably fight for undisputed, whoever it is.
So I think Top Rank is gonna have three champions. They're gonna have Navarrete fight, I can't remember who, for a belt, and then Shakur is fighting that other dude that I don't know who the fuck that is either, for a belt. So all Loma, Shakur, and Navarrete are gonna have a belt, and then they were saying that Loma was gonna fight Navarrete and they were gonna unify. And I don't know if Shakur is gonna sideline or if he's gonna defend his belt. And then the winner of Navarrete and Loma is gonna fight Shakur. And then whoever wins those fights is gonna fight the winner of Frank Martin and Tank Davis, which is gonna win the fourth belt, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god,
So those are some pretty decent fights right there.
those are all bangers, dude.
Yeah.
I think Navarrete is probably one of my favorites in that division.
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely reached his limit in the 135 division. But every time he comes to fight, he's pretty game. Like he beat Oscar. I was actually live there at the fight. He beat Oscar's ass, bro.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes when he locks in, dude, he's just unstoppable. Like there was rounds where it looked like Oscar didn't land a single punch, and he was just getting bopped. I remember that fight.
Yeah, and the good thing about Navarrete is that he doesn't have a lot of power, but he has a good ass chin he throws a lot of volume from really awkward angles, and he's pretty big and strong. So I think that he could compete decently against Loma and Shakur. Even though he might lose, I think he'll still like give a pretty decent fight.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think Navarrete's got to fight. Well, you said Navarrete is gonna fight the winner of Loma versus Shakur, or is it the other way around?
Oh, so Navarrete, he's fighting someone next already. He already has his next fight on the schedule, and it's some other guy that I can't remember right now who it is, but it's for a belt. And Shakur is fighting some other random guy too for a belt. Cause when Devin Haney moved up in weight to 140, like all the belts dispersed pretty much. So right now they're all vacant, and all of these fights are happening to get a new single champion.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
the
forgot about that.
yeah. So Loma is gonna have to go and collect the belts if he wants to become undisputed again, kind of like he did. And then when he lost to Tio, which was also like a really close fight, even though he took a lot of the initial rounds off.
Yeah, that was a close fight. I had that one like it was probably within 2 rounds, like the margin.
Yeah, and that's when like Loma allegedly had his like shoulder injury, so that's why allegedly
Oh
he
yeah,
took the first rounds off or whatever. I think it might have been a mixture of that and him respecting Tio's power because Tio hits fucking hard too.
yeah, that's
But
true.
but yeah, that's why I feel like it would be a him versus Tank would be a pretty good fight because Loma he has an underrated chin. Like I don't think he's ever really been hurt except for the time he got that the Flash knockdown when he fought Linares. But that was just Flash. Like he whooped
Yeah,
Linares' ass.
and he had his hand up the block too, and he still got it. But that's how you know,
Yeah,
like, when a fighter's defense is really solid, you know, and like when they get knocked down, like, they just got like caught. You know what I mean?
yeah, and like Loma has like the fourth best ratio of punching to not getting punched. Uh, and he has a style that where he's right in front of you the whole time. Whereas the ones that are the top fighters that have that ratio are like fighters like Shakur that are boxing on the back foot. You know, like moving a
Hmm.
lot, not in the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, that's a good point. Loma's almost always on the front foot. Even when he's going backwards, he's just takes a step back and then he's right back in the range.
Yeah, especially in these weight classes where everybody's so much bigger than him and taller and longer. He has to like try to take advantage of cutting the distance off as quick as possible.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching his highlights at the lighter divisions. It didn't even look fair, dude. He was just outclassing these guys.
Dude, he made like five fighters quit back to back to back.
Yeah, yeah. He said he needs to change his nickname to Nomashchenko. You remember that?
Dude, I think he's the guy that has the most nicknames ever. Because first he came in as High Tech. That was his first nickname. And
Oh
then
yeah, I like that one.
he was Lomachenko, and then he was the Matrix, and then he was Loma. Like he's had like four nicknames, and he has a short ass career too.
Oh yeah, professional career, right?
Yeah, professional career. Yeah, he had like 300 and like almost 400 fucking amateur fights and only lost once, which is also fucking crazy.
That's ridiculous, dude. He should have turned pro way earlier. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though? That he won his first world championship belt on his third fight against Gary Russell Jr., which Gary Russell is like if you know boxing, you know that Gary Russell, especially at that time, was no joke. It was like high ass, fucking like good ass champion.
I remember that, but dude, remember um I think he even had a title fight before that one, didn't he?
And he lost against Salido, which is crazy that he fought
Yeah.
for his first world title and his second fight. Like that's unheard of, bro. That's on another level.
Yeah, I was like, what is I looked at his record, I was like, what the heck? That's unheard of, dude. I think they would have given him
Yeah,
a title fight for the first one, but I don't know what happened. I
and I
think he
think that's
wanted
what
a
they.
title fight, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, Yeah, that I think that's what like because everybody wanted to sign him, right? Coming off being a two-time Olympic gold medalist and like multiple time IABA world champion or whatever. Everybody wanted to sign him, all the promotional companies, and he said, "Whoever can give me a title shot on my first fight, I'm gonna sign with them." And I guess Top Rank was the one that could get it on the second one. So because the commissions wouldn't allow someone coming in becoming a pro and having a title shot right away.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No, that's fucking crazy.
And I heard Loma got robbed in that title shot. Not robbed, but I heard like the Salida
Yeah.
guy was getting away with a lot of this stuff.
So Salido landed like a bunch of low blows and like he didn't get any points taken off. He came in 16 pounds overweight. Talk about people want to talk shit about
Wait,
Ryan.
I didn't even know
People
that.
want to, yeah, bro.
Dude, that's insane. How do you do that? He didn't even cut any weight then. Like, what?
I know. I'm pretty sure it was 16. I don't know if you want to look it up just to make sure, but it was like a big ass margin.
Look it up real quick. Dude, that's crazy if it was. That's like cheating.
I'm pretty sure it was 16, bro. I think it was double digits for sure.
I can't find it, but I believe you.
If you guys find out, let us know in the
Whoa,
comments down
wait.
below.
What the heck? Wait, hold on.
But you found
It's
it?
I didn't find it, but they're saying Salito weighed 147 on fight night. So they're saying like that was a lot more than Lomachenko probably weighed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially like in the 135-pound division where Loma fights right now, everybody has like a decent 15 pounds coming into the fight night with him. Especially Devin Haney, bro. I'm pretty sure he was like 25 pounds heavier than Loma when they fought, and Loma still whooped that ass.
Facts, dude. Dude, we gotta see oh man. Never mind. I was gonna say we need to see some of these lightweights fight Ryan Garcia, but Ryan already moved up, so it's gonna be a while
Bro,
before we
you
see
see
that.
what you see that he's talking shit to Errol Spence? They want to fight
Oh
at
yeah.
160.
Dude, I would watch that. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, dude. I think Ryan can put some hands on Spence too.
I think so. I mean, Spence's defense has not been looking that good lately. He's had some tough
Yeah.
fight. Like he's been going up against good fighters, but man, he
I'll
gets
give
hit a
that to
lot.
Spence though. Yeah, I'll give that to Spence that he like really he does fight top opposition all the time.
Yeah, and he got in that car crash that probably messed with him for a while. Couldn't train and stuff.
Yeah. It's hard to say how much that car crash took off him, you know.
Yeah, I heard it was bad, like the accident.
Dude, there's a video out there. He's going in a Lambo like hella fast and it's just going and
I think
like
yeah, it was
turning
like
and turning.
yeah,
And you just fucking see Spence flying out, bro.
yeah, like oh my god, I'm surprised he survived that.
Yeah. If I was in, bro, I'd retire and be happy with my family.
Yeah, facts. I would immediately probably retire. I mean, maybe I would take my like 2 or 3 years and then be like one fight and see how I feel. But that dude just got right back in the mix as soon as he could.
Dude, I
Taking
want to
like
see
high
those
level
MRI
fights.
scans.
There's no way they're good. I heard I heard he like lost a bunch of like teeth or something.
Yeah, dude, he lost all his fucking teeth, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked. I mean, I guess he can afford
Dude.
veneers. So he's probably
Oh yeah,
chilling.
he's got that money. But speaking about Ukrainian fighters, the other big Ukrainian fighters fighting this upcoming weekend, Usyk versus Fury. What you think about that fight, bro?
Dude, I'm excited for that fight. It's like a how do I put it? It's like a super middleweight style fight at heavyweight, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, just the way they move, like how athletic they are for and
Yeah,
skilled they are for the heavyweight division. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, it's gonna be fun to watch.
On paper, like from a historical perspective, like this should be the biggest fight of the year because It's like the best heavyweight going against the other best heavyweight for undisputed. We haven't had a undisputed heavyweight boxing champion since Lennox Lewis in like the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure. So on
Holy
paper,
shit.
this should be the biggest fight of the year. And like, this is some good ass fighters, bro. Like last time when we were talking about the top 5 pound for pound boxers in the world, like I'm pretty sure there these names were mentioned with our in our list.
Yeah, Usyk surprised me, dude. The way he moved up to heavyweight and then just looked just as good as he's ever looked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And when you see Usyk like facing off with Fury, bro, he's so much smaller. We
He's
know that
so
like Fury's big
small.
as fuck. Yeah.
Even against Joshua, though, he was quite a bit smaller. And
Yeah.
I mean, Josh, and the fact that he beat Anthony Joshua after how good Joshua's looked in his last couple fights.
Usyk is just a fucking dog, bro. Like he's so clever, so fast with his feet.
Yeah, and the way he, that I think it's a straight left. It's so good.
Yeah, yeah. He knows how to like vary it up. He sometimes he
Yeah.
leads with it and then hops on the angle right after.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
exactly what I
he
was
double
thinking
jabs to
of.
it. Yeah. And the thing is like he does it all the time and you see it coming. Like I used to play soccer, right? And like if anybody that used to play soccer, they know Messi and they always say, "Whoa, it's easy to block Messi cuz he's always going to the left and he's going to shoot." Well, like he's just so good at it that no matter if you know where he's going, like with Usyk, you know that he's going to slip out or to the weak side and try to take that angle and throw a fucking straight left, but he's still able to do it just cuz he's so good and like he has the timing down so well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious. The thing I'm curious about is how Tyson Fury is gonna adapt, because I feel like Tyson Fury is pretty good at formulating a game plan and adapting if he's starting to lose a fight or gets knocked down. So I'm curious what he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do to counter Usyk's style.
Because Tyson Fury is also really good on his feet, right? Like he was known to for having like super freak footwork for being so big.
Yeah.
But the one thing that does like that, that allegation brings up in my head is that if you look back at Tyson Fury's past fights, like after ever since ever since the first Deontay Wilder fight, Tyson Fury has got more of a come forward type style.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fury when he just trusts his power and like steps for like is fighting on the front foot and actually, you know, I mean, like trying to not just like try to box, but actually try to knock you out. Like when he fought Wilder, I think it was the third time. When he fights like that,
Yeah,
he's scary. But when he tries to just jab and move around, like that shit does not. I don't think that should be winning him fights, but he's good at doing it.
yeah. Well, he like you were saying, he did like look super skinny, and I guess he's coming in like really light, at least lighter than his past few fights to this Usyk fight. You think that's because he's trying to maximize his footwork speed?
Um, Honestly, yeah. I think he's gonna try to do that bullshit where he jabs and moves around because he knows Usyk's gonna come out there just hopping around, just dancing circles around Fury if he can't move around like that or move around with him. Because that's
Yeah,
just what Usyk's good at. He's so good at just moving around and then stepping forward with that left hand and catching you.
yeah. Yeah, he has a some good traps off that straight left hand.
Yeah, I don't think Usyk's gonna hurt Fury like crazy. I think he might drop him, but if he does, I don't think he's gonna hurt him that bad. But I think if Fury can come forward and really try to hurt him, I think he's probably gonna drop Usyk.
Yeah. Well,
Just surprise everybody.
there's like a famous saying in boxing, and I'm pretty sure it's applicable to every combat sports, like anywhere that you fight. And you're only as good as your last fight, and holy shit, Fury looked so whack his last fight against Ngannou. What did you think about that one, bro?
Dude, this is what I'm saying. When he was fighting, like he was not trying to fight in that fight. He was just moving around, just not doing shit. You know what I mean?
Well, like, yeah, yeah. If after he got dropped for sure, but like at first he kind of tried putting the pressure on with like the one like with the 1-2 1-2s, which I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
you're
Like
right.
if you take a look at like Fury's past fights, like he should have been able to beat Ngannou's. Like he should have had that timing like down. Like he could beat any of Ngannou's punches.
You're right,
Which
dude.
I don't know.
It should have looked more like the Anthony Joshua fight versus Ngannou. That's
Yeah.
how it should have looked.
You think that like Tyson just didn't train at all? Like,
I think he was trying to just take his time and didn't want to look stupid, and then he got caught by a punch, and then after that he's like, "Oh no, this guy can actually hit me," and then I think after that he was just not trying to risk anything in that fight. Like
yeah,
he was
because
he was
people
throwing good
say,
punches, but it was like he did not want to really mess with Ngannou too much.
yeah, I think he did win that fight, but like you said, it should have looked like Anthony Joshua versus Ngannou, right? And
Yeah.
there some people, especially like people from the strictly MMA community, definitely had Ngannou winning.
Yeah.
At least
I
like
had Ngannou winning,
he did like the
but
after the 12.
barely. I had him barely winning. Ngannou versus
See,
Fury because I think it wasn't even 12 rounds.
it
Was it?
wasn't, or it was like 10. Maybe it was
I
10.
think it was a shorter fight. Let me look it up. Wait, what? Is it 12 rounds? I guess it was 12 rounds. Wait, no, this
Yeah, because
scorecard this scorecard says 94-95. That would be 10 rounds,
so
right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Bro, like were the belts on the line for that shit?
I
Tyson's
don't know.
belts?
I'm not sure. But it says Fury won by split decision. Um he won one card was 96-93 and his second card was 95-94. And then Ngannou
Oh
won one
shit.
card 95-94. So yeah, that's how I had it. I had it within like a round or two.
Yeah, that's razor sharp. Razor thin
I think
scorecards right there.
96-93 is criminal. I
Yeah,
don't think because there were some rounds where neither guy really did anything, but it looked like Ngannou hit him with the cleaner punches. 96,
Jesus.
93. I mean, I guess I don't know because that would be with the knock because Ngannou got the knockdown, so that'd be a 10-8. So that means they gave Fury 8 of the rounds, right? I did not have it that lopsided.
But yeah, so you think Fury's gonna completely do a 480 and turn it all the way around twice for the Usyk fight?
I think oh man. Now that I think of it, I think Fury's gonna hurt Usyk, but I think Usyk's gonna win the fight.
Dude, how crazy would that shit be if Usyk won the fight?
I think he would be probably one of the goats, probably of our era, because he would have been. That would be all the heavyweights basically that he would need to beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because who was it? Evander, undisputed. Evander Holyfield. He was like I know he was a cruiserweight champion and he was a heavyweight champion, but Usyk was undisputed already at cruiserweight, and he'll be undisputed here. And he
I
like beat the top fighters because he fought Anthony Joshua and Fury were the top fighters before Usyk came up, right? It was Deontay
yeah
Wilder too, but honestly, I had him at a far three if so.
yeah. I think if he wins this fight, he's the best of his generation for sure
And
of
I think,
heavyweights.
and
And
you think that should make him number one pound for pound?
100%. He should already
Yeah,
be number. I've completely forgot about it. It was like he should be probably number 3 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he
I
for sure
mean,
should be top 3.
because he had the undisputed, and then he won and beat Anthony Joshua for 4 of the belts.
And although like going from cruiserweight to heavyweight is just one weight class difference, but like the actual weight difference is crazy because cruiserweight is 185 if I'm not mistaken, and heavyweight is 200 plus and or 205. Yeah, 200 plus, and Fury is come as heavy as like 270. So that's a
Yeah,
big ass discrepancy in weight.
yeah, yeah. When you put it that way, if you think about pound for pound, that's the definition of it.
Yeah,
Being able to fight like any with no um real advantages, like you can fight at any weight class and not be like overly sized or something. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
Like
you want to pull up that
sorry, like I was saying, like like Canelo, he never really has the height or reach advantage, but he's still beating all these big guys. Like same thing with Usyk.
and he doesn't have a height and reach advantage over these guys, and definitely not a weight advantage. So
Yeah,
yeah, all the a very hard thing to do what he's doing. But you want to pull up the full card. Let's see who else is fighting under this card.
I think it's a pretty good card. Actually, no, I don't. I think I'm thinking of a different card.
I think there's a few good fights though, if I'm not mistaken. I think Kovalev is on it.
Ooh, that's
The
dope.
Crusher. So the co-main is Opeta versus Brides. Brides used to be a cruiserweight champion. Oh yeah, they're fighting for a cruiserweight. So it's definitely not stacked, but it's decent.
Yeah, that Wilder card is the one I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait for those ones.
I can't believe they scheduled Wilder for his fight already after this fight. Did you know about that?
Oh yeah, who's he supposed to be fighting?
Um, shoot, forgot. So I think he's supposed to fight Zhang or something, someone like that.
Oh yeah, he's fighting Zhang next, and that's the crazy thing about it, right? That he already has another fight scheduled
Oh
after
yeah,
fighting Zhang,
yeah, it's someone else. I can't remember who it is, but it's someone good.
which Zhang could
Is it? I
literally
think it's
fucking.
Anthony Joshua. Wait, no, I don't know who it is now.
But yeah, we I think we did talk about it last week.
Yeah,
Remember that they were doing that they were doing that the round robin tournament heavyweight tournament or something. So yeah, they
yeah,
have the matchups. But I thought you have to win, no? In order to advance to the next stage of a tournament, you have to win.
yeah. But that's the thing. I think they were just like, I didn't. They didn't even say if he had to win or not. They just said if he's ready to fight in June, it's gonna be Wilder versus whoever it was.
Dude, imagine if he gets fucking slept.
Then he would not fight. There's no way they would let him. I
Yeah.
hope not.
Dude, I think Zan could sleep Wilder, to be honest with you, bro. And he's a southpaw too, and he's as tall as Wilder, and he got power. Dude, Zhang is
Yeah,
underrated, low key.
he's got crazy power. He was hurting Joseph Parker. I
He's like
think
the black horse.
yeah, for sure. I think if Wilder doesn't hurt him early, it's gonna be a tough night for Wilder.
Yeah, and Wilder's, I mean, of course, he's past his prime, and he's up there in age too. So
Yeah, he's like 39 almost or 40. I think he might be 40 almost.
yeah, he is the anomaly that he started boxing late and reached a really high level, or in quotations, really high level, in my opinion. But
I think I found who he's fighting next.
oh shit. Oh, Anthony Joshua?
I think it might be.
Damn. And Francis Ngannou? What the fuck? Are those
Wait,
potential?
wait, hold on. Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's
Man, was it one of these
that's
two? Was it? I don't know.
that's a little too good to be true. I would see Deontay fight Francis and then ride off into the sunset with that paycheck though.
Yeah, I want to see Wilder take one more fight after this and then be done.
Dude, what better than Ngannou? Like low risk, and they could market the shit out of that fight, saying that the heaviest puncher from MMA versus the heaviest puncher in boxing. Like that's such an easy market, bro.
Heavyweight boxing is going to be so good. I have a feeling in these next 3 years with the Saudi prince paying for everything.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm ready to see a top tier boxer go to MMA.
Dude, they would pay for that too. They got unlimited money. It's kind of funny what they're doing out there. They're just like, all right, 100 million. You will fight him. Let's make it happen. And then like 2 months later, they make it happen.
The real question is though, how much money do they got in the bank account, bro?
So I heard they're literally just burning money right now. Like they're not making any money at all. But they're saying that they're considering an investment to keep building um, the industry there because it's kind of new.
Yeah.
So they're trying to be like Vegas, like the fight capital.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I just meant like from their business endeavors, like how much money do they have? Like
Oh,
the
dude,
net worth. It has to be astronomical, bro.
it's beyond what we can comprehend because have you heard of Live Golf?
Nah.
So in golf, there's only one major, like not only one major tour, but there was like the NFL of golf was the PGA. They pretty much had
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
all the best players. Like everyone played, like Tiger Woods, blah blah. Blah. If you're not on the
Right.
PGA Tour, then you're not going to be playing against the best, pretty much. But then this Live Golf Tour came out, and it's backed by the Saudis. They just started scalping all the best players, not all of them, but a lot of the best players in golf, dude. They're paying them like 100 mil for 4 years, like some crazy stuff like that. I think one guy got like 300 mil.
Damn.
Like they were just paying out the most insane pay, and it was guaranteed money. All they had to do was play.
Yeah.
It was like 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil. Like they probably spent over 2 billion just in contracts, I would guess.
That means that they're balling out of control.
Yeah, I mean, holy, like I wonder what they're doing. Like I guess it could pay off, but
Yeah.
at some point the numbers don't really make sense when they're doing that.
Oh, God bless them. That's all I gotta say
Yeah.
for the fights.
I will say in golf though, it did actually pay off a little bit because now the PGA Tour is like, at first they were not trying to work with them, but now that they keep buying all the best players, the PGA Tour has to just work with them now, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
As
it
they're
would kind
not.
of be like, sorry, it would kind of be like other boxing promoters and MMA promoters having to work with the Saudis.
That's what I'm saying. That's when Dana White's gonna have to work with the Saudis and boxing promoters to promote a big ass boxing and MMA fighter on 1-1. That's the type
Yeah,
of money that it takes to do that.
I would watch that if Dana got involved. It'd be good.
Ooh, 100%, bro.
I think they could do an interesting one. Would be like the women's boxers too.
Oh yeah, like Clarissa when she went to the PFL.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like I feel like in women's MMA, if you got really good hands, you can win a good amount of fights. But obviously, you gotta have grappling too. All the women's the grappling in women's MMA is usually pretty good.
Yeah, it would definitely have to take a few years for a boxer to be competitive in MMA. At least a few years to transition over to grappling too.
Yeah. But then I would want to see the inverse of that. I would want to see the MMA fighters box. I would want to see like Shevchenko and Nunes box, dude. That would be so fun to watch.
You were saying boxing women, they could have like a better chance in MMA, and also I can feel that MMA women that are pretty good with the hands, I feel like they have a better chance too in boxing because it's not as athletic, as the men's. The competition pool, I feel like it's a little more shallow.
Yeah, that's facts. And they're like 2 minute rounds, and obviously it's hard to get knockouts with the big gloves and the lighter weights. So it'd be pretty competitive.
Yeah, honestly, I don't recall the last time I saw a women's boxing knockout, to
Yeah, you
be
never see
honest.
them. I think it might have something a little bit to do with the 2 minute rounds, I would guess, but it's pretty hard to get a knockout in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, they don't produce as much power. Same thing in women's MMA.
Yeah, I was about to say it has to be something between 2 minutes, 10 minute. I think it's just 10 round fights, no? I don't think they go 12 rounds.
Yeah, that too.
And
Yeah, I
forced
forgot about that.
production, like you said, yeah. Yeah, there is a forced production discrepancy in there too.
Was there anything else we wanted to cover? Was it I think one more
Yeah,
topic?
one more topic, and that's just going over the Ryan Garcia PED scandal. Like we said last time, we're gonna be covering the updates to the scandal. And there was an update. Actually, there was two updates, if I'm not mistaken. The first one was that for the 19 non-adrenaline, Ryan Garcia got cleared for that one. So that was the nandrolone metabolite. So that was not in his system at all. And the other update was that for each urinalysis that they have that they take, there's two samples, right? There's an A sample and the B sample. So when the A sample pops for a test, they have to go ahead and test the B sample. But I guess from that A sample urinalysis for the ostarine, it popped for 6 nanograms per milliliter. And if you look on the VADA and WADA, I think they're pretty parallel. They're analogous what they have for their standards. The minimum serum level that you could have for ostarine is 0.1 nanogram per milliliters. So essentially, he was 60 times over the limit. What do you think about it, Brandon?
Was it 60 times or 6 times?
For the ostarine, he was 60 times over the limit. So the limit is 0.1 nanograms per milliliter, and he got popped for 6 nanograms per milliliter. But um last week we also touched on the fact that for so if you look in the clinical literature for ostarine, they were given doses from 0.1 milligrams to all the way to 100 milligrams. And if you wanted a performance enhancing dose, it was in the double digits for men, so anywhere from around 10 milligrams up. But if you take a look, if you have a serum level of 6 nanograms per milliliter, that's a 10 millionth of the amount of what a performance enhancing dose. So it's still super minute. What do you think?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I feel like he would have tested positive for that before the night of the fight. So if he didn't test positive then, that would mean he would have just taken it pretty close to the fight. And if it was that close to the
So
fight, then it would have been, yeah, he would have had to taken a lot more.
so yeah, so the one that he tested positive for, the latest one that we have that was positive was April 19th, so one day before the fight. That's when he tested positive. Earliest he tested positive. So just one day. And Ostarine has a half-life of 24 hours. So it's still 1/10 of a millionth with a TH at the end of a performance enhancing dose. But
Yeah, that's wild.
the threshold that they hold as the standard for VADA is 0.1 nanogram per milliliters. But if you look at all of the other compounds, like any detectable amount, they're gonna hold you accountable for. Which it wasn't a performance enhancing dose at all whatsoever for Ryan Garcia and Austrian, but I feel like they're still gonna suspend him for some time. And honestly, I think that's okay because if you're a professional athlete, like we said last time, you shouldn't be taking on any of these over the counter supplements. Like you got to make sure that they're NSF tested and everything. So I'll probably I'm probably thinking that they're gonna give him a sanction of like maybe a few months or something, like half a year or something.
Yeah, I mean, unless he can prove, even if he does prove that it was tainted supplement, they're probably still gonna suspend him.
Yeah, I feel like even if he does, they are gonna suspend him because it does look like it might be a tainted supplement case, but still, like they still have to give the suspension because that's a way of telling people like, hey, you can't be taking these supplements that not certified by NSF and by us.
Yeah, that's true. It's still its fault, which sucks for him because it looks like he's guilty of like something much worse to just like a normal person reading the headlines.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people that they're gonna call him a cheater and whatnot.
Yeah, I just feel like the amount that what he tested positive for sounds like an amount you would get from a tainted supplement. Such a small amount.
Yeah, but you do have to be accountable for the shit you do, and obviously just taking in random supplements, as a fighter that has how many fights does he have? Like 20 plus fights. Like you should know better
Yeah,
than that.
100%.
But yeah, that's pretty much covers it all. Everything we wanted to go over today. You have anything else that you want to go over?
Yeah, we wanted to talk about this.
Oh yeah. So this is leading up to the Tyson Fury and Usyk fight. I'm pretty sure they had a set of promotional things that they had, like I think it was a face to face, if I'm not mistaken, that they were gonna record.
Yeah, something for the promotion of
Yeah,
the fight.
yeah, I think it was a face to face. I can't remember though. It was either that or just like a media day. But you see Usyk's team here. They got into a little scuffle with Tyson Fury's family, and Tyson Fury's
Oh,
dad. He got fucking, or he headbutted someone, and he started bleeding.
bang right there. Yeah. Did you see
Dude,
this video?
yeah, fucking
Whoa.
Tyson Fury's dad is a savage, bro.
Oh my god, he's actually crazy. He did talk a lot of like crazy stuff before, but I never really would have thought he would do something like that. Must have caught him in the tooth or something. Like what would make him bleed like that?
Yeah, that does look like a small protrusion, so it must have been the tooth.
Which sucks for the other guy because his mouth's probably gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh my god, because this guy's huge. I think he's the same height as Tyson,
damn nearly the same. Yeah,
so he's
if
probably
I'm
about
not,
300 pounds.
yeah, he's a big boy. If I'm not mistaken, though, he did apologize. I think it's that video underneath.
Oh, he
But
does.
yeah, I think he does apologize.
Yeah, that's
But
funny
hey,
though.
they're building the fight up. It's kind of like some Bill Haney shit, but personally, I like this guy a little more than Bill Haney.
Oh yeah, I'm sick of Bill Haney. Bill Haney needs to shut up because he's just talking like he's the fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, John Fury he's a fucking legend though in the sport.
Yeah, the way John Fury does it is pretty funny. He doesn't try to be like acting like he's the fighter. He just like he's always there to promote for Tyson
Yeah.
or his son.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'm excited for this fight.
Yeah, dude. I think after the fight, John Fury's gonna do some funny ass shit if Fury wins.
Yeah. I think if Fury loses, he's gonna retire.
Um, I would say if he didn't have the Saudis paying him, he would. But since the Saudis are stepping up, I think he's just gonna keep fighting and keep getting that big bag. I mean, he's probably making 30, 40 million a fight.
Minimum. Yeah.
So I think he takes at least three more fights if the money's right.
Bro, if I was Fury and I won this fight and it was like pretty clear and decisive and there was no need for a rematch, I would go back and get that Ngannou rematch, bro. Cause fuck, he sucked that fight.
100%. He needs to get that one back because that's embarrassing. First, I was like, all right,
But
Ngannou's pretty good. I was like, shit, Ngannou's a good boxer. And then when you watch the Anthony Joshua fight, you're like, oh shit, that that doesn't look right.
right, like that's what I was saying, bro. Like you could like, there's a difference between boxer's rhythm and a MMA fighter's rhythm, because it's just like when a boxer does it for a long ass time, it's just way smoother, you know. It's kind of like muscle memory times like 100, and Joshua was able to beat Ngannou to literally every single beat.
Yeah,
But
he beat the brakes off him. Every punch he landed hurt him so bad.
yeah,
The knockout was just insane. I was there like, what the heck just happened? Because Ngannou's never been hurt like that. If you watch all of his
yeah,
fights,
that's literally the opposite of what happens in his fights. He's usually the one dishing out that damage, but this time it was him. You see those Saudi promo trailers though? It's like fucking movies. You were showing me
yeah,
those the other day.
yeah, they're
Dude, that's
sick.
crazy.
They know what they're doing out there. If they could really start a big thing if they keep making these fights.
Yeah, that Anthony Joshua and Ngannou promo trailer was sick. I'm pretty sure that shit lasted longer than the actual fight too.
Yeah. The first fight I saw Ngannou look like the smaller fighter. Do you remember the weigh-ins for that?
Yeah, bro. Joshua's fucking jacked, bro.
Yeah, I was so surprised when they weighed in because Ngannou weighed in heavier, I'm pretty sure, but he looks smaller.
They're about the same height and shit.
Pretty similar. Anthony Joshua is just so built. Like it's crazy how he moves as good as he does.
Yeah, that's just fucking. That's what happens when you're boxing as like a fucking kid.
You can tell
Same
Ngannou is
with,
quite a bit slower than him.
yeah, it just takes a long time to reset. You know, Joshua's just like automatic, like a well-oiled machine.
See this? See how much bigger Joshua seems? I mean, not like a huge margin, but Ngannou usually looks like the bigger fighter. That's what surprised me.
Yeah, yeah, he's a little taller than Ngannou.
Yeah. This was what episode 4, the Pound for Pound Combat Sports Podcast. I'm Brandon, and this is my co-host.
Mondo.
And I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and also let us know in the comments what your thoughts are about these upcoming fights and Usyk and Fury. And we got Wilder versus Zhang. Let us know who you think's gonna win.
Thank you guys.
Peace.